Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your great support. The Homa Bay County Senator Moses Otieno Kajwang has given his view or reacted after the resignation of their Deputy Governor, His Excellency Joseph Oyugi Magwanga. And he has talked about something which I want us to see in this podcast. But before we get into that, maybe if you may not have understood what transpired to bring about this resignation, I can explain it to you.
For those who wrote off ODM because of the passing of Baba, I think they have now seen for themselves that ODM is the largest party south of Sahara and north of River Limpopo.
Governor Wanga has been seen to be keen to enforce party discipline in the county. A move to sideline Magwanga is seen as a consolidation of power and a warning to county officials who might challenge her authority or deviate from ODM's agenda.
You know, in 2022 general elections, the Homa Bay gubernatorial race was to have Gladys Wanga and Oyugi Magwanga, both for the gubernatorial race. But because Raila looked into it and he saw that the race might have been very difficult for his candidate to win, he went and sweet-talked Oyugi Magwanga to deputize Gladys Wanga, which I may say, were it not for Raila Odinga, Gladys Wanga could have not been the governor of Homa Bay County as at now. But what I'm sure of, were it not Raila Odinga, Oyugi Magwanga could not have deputized Gladys Wanga. Yes. So after that, Raila did that and succeeded. Oyugi Magwanga accepted to deputize Gladys Wanga. Then they went into the elections, they won. So after that, we may say they may have had some conflicts in the office. But what brought about this conflict to trap the attention of the public was the by-election that was held in Kasipul for the member of parliament, where Gladys Wanga expected the deputy to support the ODM candidate, but Oyugi Magwanga did not support the ODM candidate, that was Boyd Were, but he supported Philip Aroko, who was an independent candidate.
The rift stems from the Kasipul constituency by-election. Magwanga openly defied the Orange Democratic Movement, ODM party line, by backing independent candidate Philip Aroko, while Wanga, who also serves as ODM's national chairperson, campaigned for ODM's candidate Boyd Were, who eventually clinched victory.
So with that, I think Gladys Wanga saw it that the deputy is lacking respect to her. And after that by-election, the deputy governor, the Homa Bay County deputy governor's office was locked. And when the deputy governor went to the office, because he was to work that day, he found the office locked. And he raised the complaint to the public.
Magwanga, who remains deputy governor but without a cabinet docket, claimed his office was locked on Monday, raising alarm over what he termed as the unlawful closure.
And he told the public that the reason why that is done to him is because he failed to support Boyd Were but supported Philip Aroko.
Each and every person has his or her democratic right to support a candidate of his or her choice. The choice of the ODM candidate was not actually done well.
But you know, we are in a democratic nation, so everyone has a right to work with his own view, provided it is not against the law. And that is what Gladys Wanga forgot about, that we are in a democratic nation. But ladies and gentlemen, before we continue, I want to humbly request you that if you're watching this podcast and you've not subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel and activate the notification so that next time we do a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Like our videos, comment and share to show your support to our work in this channel. And to those who have already subscribed, we say thank you very much for your great support. Now, after closing that deputy governor's office, the Homa Bay County Governor Gladys Wanga made some changes in the county executive committee, and she brought in Danish Onyango, who took part in the dockets, the county dockets,
She reassigned Danish Onyango to serve not only as the County Executive Committee member for Roads, Public Works, Transport and Infrastructure, but to further serve as Acting County Executive Committee member in charge of Agriculture, Irrigation and Livestock Development, a seat that was held by Deputy Governor Oyugi Magwanga. Magwanga remains Deputy Governor but without a cabinet docket.
The Deputy Governor remained without any docket, meaning the Deputy Governor could have been going to office to do nothing but only to wait for the salary at the end of the month. And that is what Joseph Oyugi Magwanga never took well. And that is where he came publicly and actually announced that he will be in the ballot for the 2027 gubernatorial race of Homa Bay County.
As Joseph Oyugi Magwanga, who vied in 2017 for the position of governor and now have been the deputy for Gladys Atieno Nyasona Wanga in 2022. In 2027, I'm going to be on the ballot as the governor for Homa Bay County. So let her actually prepare that we are going to face off. And all along, she has just been overpressing the national government projects terming to be hers, yet she cannot tell the people of Homa Bay where she has taken the close to 48 billion allocation that was allocated to Homa Bay County since she became the governor.
And now that proceeded, and it brought about resignation, because you know, your boss, if you are not in good terms with your boss, then there is no way you can continue working. Yeah, because so utaenda kwake aje umwambie hata there is this and this that I was to do and this and this. You know, that one cannot happen if you are not in good terms with your boss. So that he went ahead and resigned. And now this is what the Homa Bay County Senator Moses Otieno Kajwang has said on the resignation of the deputy governor. I have learned with regret the resignation of the deputy governor of Homa Bay County, His Excellency Joseph Oyugi Magwanga, and the subsequent acceptance by Governor Gladys Wanga. The joint ticket between Governor Wanga and her deputy in the 2022 elections was crafted by His Excellency Raila Odinga. It was a team of rivals which we hoped would usher a new era of hope and development. I played a central role in uniting this team when I acted as their election campaign chair. As a matchmaker, and on behalf of many who believed in this duo, this divorce is disappointing. If I was a judge in this matter, I would have granted decree nisi to allow for reconciliation before decree absolute. Now that is done, I wish to thank His Excellency Magwanga for his past service to the people of Homa Bay. I also encourage Governor Wanga to critically reflect on the reasons that led to divorce. If substantive issues are not resolved, the same fate could befall the next deputy governor. As leaders from Homa Bay, we have given the county government space and peace to implement their development plans. This does not mean that the Homa Bay County is perfect. It is an acknowledgement that conflict scares progress. Let us harvest this goodwill and invest in an efficient and people-focused government. And amemalizia akisema the people must come first, not the leaders. Now, if we go back to the top of this letter, he said something that he has learned with regret, resignation of the deputy governor and the subsequent acceptance by Gladys Wanga, who is the governor. Meaning, he is regretting the resignation of the deputy governor. At the same time, he is regretting the acceptance of the governor, that is Gladys Wanga, on resignation of Oyugi Magwanga. Why that? He believed that this team could have worked up to 2027 and even beyond 2027. Because when they were forming this team, they believed they could have ushered in new era of hope and development in Homa Bay County. But now whatever is coming to happen after they got into office, but they have not even finished the first term, that one is somehow making him feel like they have failed Oyugi Magwanga on this issue. Yes, and if there is a demeaning seat in county government, then it is this seat of deputy governor. Yes, those who know it will agree with me on that. Ukiwa deputy governor, it will be that you don't have the right to say what is wrong or to question anything. You saw even that of the Siaya County, when the deputy governor Oduol posed some 1 or 2 questions to James Orengo, who is the Siaya County governor, and that brought about some conflicts in between, and haikuenda sawa. The same to this, if you can be against the governor on some 1 or 2 issues, then the only thing wataona ni kwamba huyu hata aniogopi, hanipi heshima ambayo anafaa kunipa. So the only thing he's supposed or she's supposed to do is to do away with you from the office. And that is what happens with the seat of the deputy governor. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this podcast.